Welcome to YouTube. I make videos. Podcast. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, BowserN64. I'm so excited to be here. Okay, this is my first podcast. I've done an audio podcast before. One whole episode. Wow. And now I'm deciding, hey, I should take this show on the road. I should go video podcasting because video podcasting is where it's at. And I'm thinking, I do all these awesome YouTube videos or something. I mean, sometimes they're awesome. And and I was thinking, why not do a podcast? So, it's easy. Just talk about stuff. And, of course, you have to talk about relevant stuff and things like that. So, anyway, yeah, welcome to episode 1 of my podcast. I'm really excited to talk to you today. Basically, you might notice I'm wearing some cool stuff today. The reason for that is I'm BowserN64. Yeah, hello, BowserN64. And I'm thinking, if I'm BowserN64, I should actually dress like BowserN64. I should dress like Bowser. I should be the human equivalent of Bowser. See, I should be Bowserfied. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, Bowserfied. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, we got some awesome stuff to talk about today. Number 1 is going to be Goldeneye 007 Reloaded. I know that, this game is really kind of old, but the thing about it is, even though it came out and doing research. Why can't you put the date on the package? I know it's here. 2011. This game came out in 2011, and it's called GoldenEye Reloaded 007. And yes, I am very aware that was 5 years ago. But, hey, I still got the receipt in there and everything. But, because it's been 5 years ago, that doesn't make any difference to me because I had the Wii version. So I got the Wii version when it came out, and I was like, this game's pretty cool. But it's not what I'd expect from the Wii, honestly. I don't want to say a better game, but I just want to say I expected more out of it. I expected more intense graphics, maybe. I mean, I know that you can't do tons of stuff with the Wii, and even though that's true, I did expect it to be more fun than it was. So, finally, after much consideration and mulling this over, I went to Game Exchange, and I bought GoldenEye 007 Reloaded for Xbox 360. That's right. Let's not break it before we even play it. As you can see, it's running over there. It's way cooler on Xbox 360. I really, really enjoy the graphics. And honestly, playing it with a 360 controller is just way, way better. And to be quite honest with you, I would say that's where it should have gone to start with. Because the Xbox 360 is just way more powerful. And to play this game, they didn't skimp any corners on this game. They really fleshed it out, put some amazing graphics in it. The audio's top notch. It is a great game, really. And even though it's not open world or anything like that, yeah, I know you Rockstar fans, we all love those games, but GoldenEye Reloaded 007 is just... It's GoldenEye Reloaded 007. It's based on the N64 GoldenEye. And basically what they've done is they've, like I've said, refined the graphics. And on top of that, they added some more missions that could not fit in the original cartridge. From what I understand, the actual GoldenEye 007 on the Nintendo 64 was actually planned to have more levels than it came out with. And multiplayer was added last second. And as we all know, the multiplayer in GoldenEye 007 is legendary. And you would want that to port over to this version also, but I haven't really played the multiplayer on this very, very often. By the time I'm done with this podcast, this case, even though I bought it worn out, is going to be super worn out, actually. Yeah. So this is an awesome game. And would I recommend playing it? Definitely. It is so much better on Xbox 360. There's just, it immerses you, okay? And it's a story that's very linear, but even though it's linear, you really want to find all the collectibles and you really want to kind of see what this game's about. And would I compare this to the Wii version? Yes, that's exactly what we're doing. What do you get with the Wii version? Well, I got it over here, if I can find it somewhere. Why on earth would I take it out? Oh, there we go. Okay, here's the Wii version. As you can see, it's called different things. GoldenEye 007, and then they were like, reloaded, because Xbox 360 is so much more awesome on this game. And yeah, so that's the difference. Basically, the levels are the same in both versions. I guess the sound's pretty much the same. Graphics are subpar on the Wii. They're actually one of the more intense Wii graphical games that ever came out for it. It kind of pushed the Wii to its limits. And I guess that's what kind of discouraged me, is because I was expecting console quality from the Wii, and I guess it's just not really possible because of the hardware that is in there, or the engines they use are just not up to par with this kind of game. But, you know, it was worth a try, and would I say go out and buy the Wii version and the Xbox 360 version together? Well, that's honestly up to you. For me, I would choose the 360 version, like point blank zero, like totally over everything else, because it's 60 frames per second and it's just incredible. It's a great game. So, GoldenEye 007 Reloaded, pick it up for Xbox 360. So much better than the Wii version. And I just have to be honest here, I did not like this version. Some of you may. Don't let me diss this game because you like it, okay? I'm not saying that I don't like it because you, I'm not saying across the board it sucks or anything. I'm just saying it's not my bag. So, basically, that's GoldenEye 007. You can see that I treat it with so much respect. And this game I got used at a game exchange, $18.95. Yeah, I know that's a high price, but it's an awesome game. And it gets traded in quite often, so it's awesome. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk with you about was Thanksgiving! Thanksgiving is coming right around the corner. I am so excited to go and visit my family and eat turkey and ham and lime salad and all those other things that can't come to my mind right now because, oh my gosh, that lime salad is amazing. But, you know, I guess the best thing about, you know, Thanksgiving is, other than giving thanks for what you have and remembering and confiding in one another, I would say that it's just the overall package of how integral family is to Thanksgiving. And, you know, we all give thanks on Thanksgiving. It's the one day a year that we actually sit still and think, I'm so lucky to have that. And then, you know, there's football on Thanksgiving. I'm not really a football fan, but I mean, I'll get to see people that I don't get to see most of the year. So it's a good thing for me, and I enjoy it. Now, I told you something else that we were going to talk about. I don't remember what it was, honestly. I need to write a list or something. Right. Right. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just having conversations with myself. Yeah? Right. Oh, you wanted to talk about that. Okay, right. Okay, wait. Dude, where's my money? Give me my money. You mean you lost it? You lost my money? Why'd you lose my money? I want my money. Give me my money now. I want my money. Okay, guys, we're done. He hung up anyway. It's just like, you know, he thinks we're crazy. And I'm like, I am crazy. So, I guess, you know, there's a lot of games here on this shelf that I'd like to review with you guys. One of these days, I'm going to do a video, and I'm going to go through and show you all my games. But other than GoldenEye 007 Reloaded, that's the newest one to the flock. As for everything else, I'm just really excited to be making a podcast episode. I know what it was. the Nintendo Classic. You know, that thing is amazing. So the Nintendo Classic, what is it? It is an awesome system. And you're probably asking why it's an awesome system. Well, for number one, it's Nintendo. Okay, it's made by Nintendo, one of the greatest fun video game companies of all time. And it harkens right back to the original Nintendo as well. The Nintendo Classic is cool because it's got HDMI, okay? HDMI output to your modern HDMI equipped TV. So that means that there is no translating the signal as you would normally do with video out or RGB out or RCA, because it's literally as good as it would be if you plug in your Xbox to your TV. It's a 1-to-1 transfer of the image, and games look sharp and clear and amazing. And the whole thing comes with 30 games on it. Included in that is obviously Super Mario Bros. 1, Super Mario Bros. 2, and Super Mario Bros. 3. But for some odd reason on their site, they only show you that it comes with Super Mario Bros. 1 and 3. I guess because they know those are the most awesome ones. But it'd be kind of odd to leave Super Mario Bros. 2 out. So they were like, we need to include this game because you can't have 1 to 3. You can't get to 3 without 2 in between 3 and 1. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 3. I'm thinking it's 2, but I'm going to leave that up to you because I am the video game designer, and I think that we should have a sequential release of 3 games at the same time. Yeah. So that's why we have 1, 2, and 3 on not Super Nintendo, but Nintendo Classic. So, like I said, I'm going to go way more into detail on that. And eventually I want to get one. They're really hard to find right now, okay? Basically, the Nintendo Classic, if you want one of those, the biggest issue with getting one is that they are so limited in stock. And I think that Nintendo limited the stock on purpose so that they would sell incredibly well and become incredibly popular, but they would not, they would show up on paper that they sold out of the system, okay? And they want to do that so it makes them look good as a company. Even though they don't actually have that many units to sell, it looks really good when you look at a console and it says, hey, it's sold out, you know? And I'm talking like, I've watched some videos. Actually, I want to give a shout out to This Does Not Compute, because his videos are awesome, and I'm really inspired by your video logs and your podcast, dude. And like you said, you know, you stood in line, and they only had like 6 Nintendo Classics in stock at the store. And you're looking around like, are you serious? There's only that many. And then, you know, the issue is if someone comes up in line and gets all of them because they want to sell them for a higher price on the internet and stuff. And because there's so few of them, it's very hard to get one. Funny how that works. But, you know, you would think a $60 console, brand new, you know, would be really easy to get a hold of, but it's not. So that's basically why I don't have one yet. That, and it took me a while to actually bite the hook on the whole Nintendo Classic thing, because I'm thinking, yeah, it's Nintendo with 30 games, and you can't install any more games, and on top of that, you're like, where do you go from there? But then I realized, you know, it had to sleep on me. I had to sleep on it, and it got like more awesome as I did that. So I'm thinking I'm gonna get one. I still haven't honestly made up my mind, but I'm gonna get one. So it sounds like I made up my mind, doesn't it? While I'm here, I want to tell you guys that I have a lot of ideas and planning. I know I made like a long 20-minute video saying that I was gonna get down to that and release that stuff for you guys. And the problem with that is I haven't been releasing it. But honestly, I really haven't had time. But I'm gonna have to make time. I'm gonna make time for you guys and record videos because that's the only way that I'm gonna really, keep new videos coming up. Goldeneye 007 on N64. We need to do some run-throughs on that. Those were the good days. And that's what we used to do all the time on our channel. And because this is episode 1, I'm kind of still experimenting with the whole format thing of this podcast, and I don't really want to go like super structured, and then I'm only going to talk about these things, and then I have nothing else to talk about. I'm like, I talked about everything. I talked about 1, 2, 3, 5, and 4, and now I have nothing to talk about anymore. But it's I don't really think that's a great idea to be super structured. I'm just kind of doing what comes to mind. I like the whole spontaneous thing. So if you guys like this podcast, hit me up in the comment section and hit me with a comment. Bam! Not that kind of comment, but still. And if you like what you see, subscribe, like, dislike, and I'll try to record whatever you guys want me to, because there's a lot of awesome stuff to talk about, and just, off the cuff, I'm kind of having difficulty just getting like really awesome topics in one place. There is so much that we can make videos on, and it's like when you sit down to make a video, you don't know how to get your brain to and actually get like that one task done and that one thing recorded of that one specific topic that you want to talk about. I mean, it looks good on paper, but then when you sit down and record it, it's like, oh, I can't breathe. I can't even focus. I think I'm going to fall over and, like, pass out and all that. So it's hard, to say the least. But I guess this wraps up episode 1 of our podcast. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll have more organized content for you in the next video or the next podcast. And also, like I'm saying, please suggest some topics to me that you want me to talk about, because I don't want to just sit here and talk about random stuff, okay? And like look good on camera and all that, okay? I want to talk about stuff that you guys are interested in, because that is why I'm BowserN64. That is why I'm here, and that is why you're awesome. So, like I said, comment, like, dislike, and subscribe. This has been BowserN64, and I guess I'll see you around with another video. You guys have a great evening and a great Thanksgiving, even though it's like 5 days away. So yeah. Bye. Testing without the lights on, just to see what this looks like. I don't think it's going to look that great, but at least we will see. Hey guys, it's me, BowserN64. What's up? Thank you for joining me for another video. This is episode 1 of blah 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 blah. Alright, now, say if I was going to put this on, this is what I wanted to test. If I was going to put this on, it would hopefully still be in frame. Yeah, okay. Uh-oh. Oh, it's all sad. Oh, my antler hat died. Subscribe, guys. Subscribe for future episodes, because this is a sad thing. Ow. See you guys later. We're gonna save that.